Beleza, pessoal, bem-vindos a mais um vídeo de Radiant Historia. Lembrando que essa é a versão de Nintendo 3DS, mas também tem para Nintendo DS. Embora essa parte aqui do jogo, que é um extra, né, só tem para Nintendo 3DS. Vamos falar aqui com a... Tá, por enquanto fala a genérica. Vamos escolher aqui, After the End, depois do final. Eu não sei se já vai ser o final ou se eu vou desbloquear o final. Vamos ver o que vai ser aqui, pessoal. Vamos lá?
Ready for your next assignment? The potential world I'm sending you to next is already dead.
What do you mean?
A world where the desert has already consumed the continent and everyone in it, I think.
I'm surprised we can go to a world like that. Or even that it exists in the first place.
Anything is possible. We'll need the artifact there to save our own future. Can I count on you?
Of course. I'll bring that artifact back. I promise. This world really is dead. Everything has been swallowed into the expanse of sand. Finding the artifact here won't be a simple task. Wait, these are footprints. There must still be people living here then. But who? Suppose following the prints is the only way to find out.
Ok, pessoal, vamos seguir aqui. Já encontramos dois personagens, vamos falar aqui.
What the? What are you two doing here?
Our sworn duty was to serve the Granorg royal family.
Huh?
But when King Victor was killed and that wench took the throne, it all felt like a bad comedy.
Then why did you push so hard for Protea? Why not support Erica instead?
And yet that was an opportunity. Using that woman was our chance to gain true power, and thereby help our country thrive.
That's right. Our plan was to create the perfect utopia. So why? Why did this happen? In hindsight, the best of times were when Prince Ernst was still with us.
Sad, but true. Had he been around, things might have turned out differently.
They're gone. I suppose that means they really were illusions. The footprints don't end here, though.
Certo, vamos seguir aqui. Mais um personagem.
That's... Galva, the Patriarch of Forja.
The wounds dealt by humans should be mended by humans. That is why the Gutrals only watched from the sidelines when we could have acted. And so we sat by while our home was swallowed by the sands. Leaving the world in human hands alone was a mistake.
He faded into nothing, just like the other two. I suppose I should keep following the footprints.
Ok, vamos continuar aqui andando. Mais um personagem.
No. Is that Noah?
The citizens of Granorg were suffering from famine. Thaumatek engineering could have helped so many people. Yet the king forbade its use. I founded Alistel to save lives. Never did I imagine my actions would ignite the flames of war. I thought Thaumatek would bring peace, not sow discord. I only ever wanted to help people. Were it not for the desertification, this tragedy would have never occurred.
No time to think on it now. It might not be by much, but the artifact reading is steadily growing stronger. Seems following the footprints is the best way forward.
Beleza. Mais personagens.
Vanos. Elm.
Once there was a Satyros who had faith in humanity. But he was killed by the very humans he believed in. He never should have trusted the humans.
Nevertheless, he did. He thought that not all humans were evil. He learned some people could be friends, regardless of race.
True. Although he knew betrayal was inevitable. He had faith in humans to the end. That's why.
That's why we believed as well. But humanity repaid our trust with a world of death and sand. I have to wonder whether humans crave their own destruction.
That can't be true. Can it? There are still more footprints. Who could be next?
Certo. Vamos continuar aqui. E o último personagem.
Heiss.
Who are you?
You don't know who I am? Why can't you remember?
Everything is gone. My memories, my hatred, my sense of self. It all disappeared. Yet you're still here. Who are you? I can't remember anything.
Is this the end you desired? You traversed history, time and time again, rewriting the past. And this is where you settle? I can't accept that. Heiss, you have to remember. It's me, Stark! Damn it! The artifact reading disappeared along with him. What can I do to bring Heiss back to his senses? If only I had something that could rouse his lost memories. But what would that be? Huh? This key. Maybe it can help me find what I'm after.
Beleza, pessoal. Falando com todos os personagens aqui desse mundo possível. Vamos voltar até o ponto lá que podemos viajar para a história. White Chronicle. Beleza, vamos no mundo original. E vamos procurar o nó, o castelo secreto. Aqui, ó, pessoal. The Secret Castle. Beleza, vamos usar o elevador, 2F. Aqui na sala à direita. Vamos interagir com esse ponto aqui de exclamação.
Maybe the key I got from that illusion of heist would work here. There we go. This is a portrait. Prince Ernst and his uncle Heinrich.
Certo, pessoal, agora vamos voltar aqui. Acho que é 3F. Isso. Entrar aqui na história novamente. White Chronicle. Possible Words. Volta aqui. After the End. Agora vamos passar aqui os eventos repetidos. Tem que conversar tudo de novo, mas agora pode passar os eventos repetidos. Vai ter uma fala nova lá. Lá com Raiz, né? Vou só pular aqui. Aí com Raiz vai ter uma repetição. Eu vou pular.
Look at this, Heis. Do you still not remember?
This is Ernst, my dear boy.
That's right. You saved him from being sacrificed. And gave him a new life as me. Stock.
Stock. Ah, yes. But how can this be? You disappeared into the sand with everything else.
Good to see you regained your memories. Now answer me, Heis. Is this the end you wanted? Such empty, meaningless destruction?
That's right. This is truly what I wished for. A world so cruel as to take my precious boy. It all deserved to turn to sand. Why must an innocent child be sacrificed in an insane ritual? I'd let the world perish before allowing your soul to suffer for eternity. Then again, you seem less than pleased with the outcome.
Heis.
But perhaps there was another possible outcome to all this. You came here from another world, did you not?
How did you know?
I accomplished my goal here, after all. I watched my stock turn into sand on the wind.
Well, I suppose you're partially correct. It's more like I'm traversing a different possibility than the stock you were familiar with.
Ha! How intriguing, my boy. You were my possibility. My one hope and last redemption. That's why I will give you this. Now go. Write the end you wish for. Show me a world where hope is still a possibility.
Thank you, Ice.
Welcome aboard, Stock. Hope you didn't get sand all over you.
I'm clean, don't worry. Anyway, here.
Thanks. That's another step closer to ending the desertification. So, what was it like?
The only remnants of life were the residual emotions of those who used to live there. Now that I think about it, those emotions may only have taken form thanks to the artifact.
So, it allowed you to connect with the feelings of those you're working to save.
I hope so. Either way, I won't let my world turn into the wasteland that had become.
You get an A for effort. I honestly believe that one day, all your hard work will pay off. We did it! We finally have enough! Gold stars for the both of us!
So we can fix the Red Chronicle?
Fine, you get a red X instead. The search is finally over, so you could at least act happy.
Wouldn't it be more appropriate to celebrate after the Chronicle is actually fixed?
Sheesh. It's not as fun if I'm the only one celebrating.
That aside, does this mean we've gathered all the artifacts?
Correct. After all this time, the artifacts are back together. It's a dream come true. At long last, the Red Chronicle will finally be back in my hands. Although the actual repairs will take a little more time.
I'll leave that to you then. What should I do in the meantime? Can I help in any way?
Thanks to you, we've got all the artifacts. But there's one more step to saving the continent.
You mean beyond just repairing the Red Chronicle?
Yeah. We'll need the cooperation of the Black Chronicle's holder.
That means finding a way to persuade Heiss. Alright, you can leave that to me.
Thank you. I'm sure you can convince him to help us out.
The question is, will Heiss even listen to me?
You've returned, Stock.
We have interesting news for you. A new chapter has been added to the White Chronicle.
A new chapter?
That's right. One that normally should not exist.
But how? The ritual succeeded. My duty as a sacrifice should be no more.
The presence of this edition is due to the actions you have taken on your journey so far.
I think I understand now. The desertification is still taking place. In other words, there's more for me to do.
Indeed. It seems history isn't done with you yet.
Now, proceed forth into this new possibility.
Just in case, do you want to record your actions up till now?
Certo, pessoal. Vamos salvar aqui. Quando acha que tá acabando, não tá acabando, né? Vamos lá. Continuar.
You fool. Why did you think I gave you the power to fight your fate with the White Chronicle? You greatly disappoint me.
Heis, I need to request a favor.
What, pray tell, would you ask of me after all that's happened?
Please, listen to me. I need your aid in eliminating the cause of Vancour's troubles.
The cause, you say?
You know well the tragedy that occurred in the Empire ages ago, and the ritual born out of it. Well, my plan will end any need for us to perform that ritual. That's what you've always wanted, isn't it?
Tell me more. So, you hope to root out the problem from its source?
Yes, but I need your cooperation. Please lend me your aid, Heis.
We were enemies but moments ago, yet now you ask for my help. You truly are a precocious boy.
Thanks to you, Heis. You gave me the White Chronicle, and the power to overcome fate.
Fair enough. Let's talk outside.
Stock, you're back. And Heist too?
Hold on, Rosh. Listen to me. We need Heis fighting alongside us for what's about to come.
What's about to come?
Isn't the princess already going to perform the ritual and fix everything?
No. We're going to create a world where we no longer need the ritual's power.
Sounds good. But, what are we doing exactly?
Allow me to explain.
Nemesia? What are you doing here?
It's nice to meet you all. My name is Nemesia. Stock has been helping me out, and we've almost met our goal.
In other words, you know how to solve the desertification at its source?
That's correct. Through a series of Thaumatech experiments, the Empire of old inadvertently created a monster. Like a black hole, this temporal beast drains the mana around it. It is known as the Singularity.
So you're saying this Singularity is sucking up all the mana? Wait, that's what's causing the desertification?
Correct. But the Empire couldn't contain the monster they made. Thus, the ritual of flux was used to suppress its powers.
That's what the ritual was all this time? I was told its purpose was to heal the Earth. To think this was the truth of the matter.
I'm beginning to see the big picture here. The means of defeating this temporal beast have only recently come to light, yes?
Bingo. But doing so requires all 3 magical tomes. Stock's White Chronicle, Heis's Black Chronicle, and I'll need everyone's help to restore my Red Chronicle.
I'm asking as well. Please, assist us in putting an end to this tragedy once and for all.
Yes. Even I no longer wish to perform such a grievous ritual.
No need to ask twice. We're all here to help Stock out.
That's right. We'll fight by your side to the very end.
Thanks, you guys. And you, Heis? Will you offer us your strength?
If it puts an end to this tragedy, then so I shall.
All right, it's settled then. Let's immediately...
Don't get ahead of yourself now. I will cooperate, but there are other matters I must attend to. Surely you don't need me to compile the Red Chronicle.
True. We won't need your Black Chronicle until we're ready to face the Temporal Beast.
Then I vow to rendezvous with you before the final battle, at the place beyond time.
Very well.
Okay, let's get to work on compiling the Red Chronicle. Follow me to the Dunamis.
Wow, a boat!
It's huge!
Yeah, this is amazing!
I wouldn't have guessed you've been taking off on a ship.
Stock, you've been carrying the weight of the world all on your own, haven't you?
Yeah, how about a little trust?
Apologies. I wasn't allowed to tell anyone about this.
It's okay, Stock. We could all tell something was up.
But we had no idea it involved saving the whole continent.
I knew all along. Stock's special.
Of course. The Red One, I mean Stock, mended relations between beast kind and humans after all.
Sounds like none of us would be here without Stock's help.
Let's leave the thanks until later, though. We still have much to do here. Now, Nemesia, tell us what our next course of action is.
Like I said, I need your help repairing the Red Chronicle.
Sure, but don't you need some special know-how to deal with magical tomes like that?
Not to worry. That's where I come in. Compiling a magical tome is different from a normal book, more so with the Red Chronicle. You could say we're turning the artifacts into pages and putting them back in the right order.
What?
That sounds hard.
Maybe it's easier to grasp in practice than in theory. So let's get started. And here we are, the Chronicle's Labyrinth.
What?
It just looks like Alastel to me.
You get an F for judging a book by its cover.
So this isn't Alastel?
This is the world as it was 50 years ago.
We're in the past?
It looks like this because this chapter of the tome covers Alastel's history.
Then we can go to other places and times? Oh, that I'd like to see. I mean, wow, these magical tomes can work miracles.
Long ago, the Red Chronicle was accidentally destroyed. As its unbound pages fell, they were transformed and scattered across many possible worlds.
So, the artifacts I've been collecting were actually those transformed pages.
The Red Chronicle is a tome for exploring possible new worlds. But to recompile the pages, we'll first need to repair the damage to the spine.
How do we do that?
Simply return the collected artifacts to this material realm within the Chronicle. By doing so, we'll be recording history as we go. Be on the lookout for book sculptures and treasure chests around the labyrinth. Much like overdue library books, they have to be returned. Over there's a book sculpture. And that's a treasure chest. To accurately record history, each artifact must be put back in its corresponding passage. Once the book sculptures have all their artifacts back, the chapter will be complete. So if you're pressed for time, prioritize the book sculptures over the treasure chests.
Got it. The book sculptures are most important. Does that mean we can ignore the chests?
We don't need them per se, but the more we fill in the blanks, the better off history will be.
All right. We'll do what we can.
Just to reiterate, we're 50 years before the present day. That's when the war between Granorg and Alistel started, so keep your wits about you. There should be 3 book sculptures. Let's look for them. Time to compile this chapter.
Ok, pessoal. Já deu um tamanho bom aí de vídeo. Já vai ter bastante coisa aí pra legendar. E no próximo vídeo vamos continuar. Eu pensei que já seria o final, né? O pós-final, né? É o pós-final, mas ainda não é o final, né? Mas vamos em busca desse final perfeito aí. Mas esse vídeo vai ficar por aqui. Vejo vocês nos próximos. Falou e fui!